Okay, testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. For our first. Testing 1 2. This is our first live on this platform. So here we are. Hello YouTube, and everyone in YouTube land. Just wanted to get on here to just well test it out, and also to share a little bit about what we do here at Midwestern Samoan. We are here passionately educating not only others but ourselves about the language, the Samoan language, or le Ngangana Samoa, and just trying to be a resource for those wanting to learn more about the Samoan language, to learn more about the culture, and just letting it be known that the probably the biggest part of the culture is the language, and it can be difficult to learn, but it can also, and hopefully we're here to make it easier to learn, and we do that through classes, and we do that through the videos. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Samoan word of the day, and I actually have to. I've actually been slacking on doing that, so we'll start doing that even more. We've kind of been getting a little, not sidetracked, but our focus has been more on the actual classes, the actual lessons, and the lesson plans, things like that. And so, we definitely don't want to forget, our how this all started. So, just a little bit about how we all started. My wife and I, Lori, say hi.
Hello.
She's one.
Always sleeping.
she's she'll be sleeping, but she'll chime in whatever. But this all started about a year and a half ago, maybe almost 2 years ago. We were she just out of nowhere. She was like, "You should do like Samoan word of the day," and I was like, "A what?" She's like, "Just do Samoan word of the day, like whatever you're doing stuff." So one of the things that I love to do is like projects around the house. I built a deck outside. I poured a patio outside. We built a fireplace, and if you've kept up with the videos, I try to incorporate those things in the Samoan word of the day. So that's kind of what happened. It's just like everything. Everything is something in Samoan, right? So like might as well share that, and so I started doing that, and then the requests started pouring in of like, do you teach Samoan lessons? I was like, no, but like I sure do study it a lot, and so that combined with the demand, we decided to start in-person lessons. So we're educators. Like that is our focus. That is our religion here in the Taula House. So the oh yes, that's great. Um, that's yes. I love the language too. So I'm so glad that people are out there love the language and who want to learn it. And and if for the biggest I guess our passion is for those who were born or raised outside of Samoa. It could be difficult for especially English speakers to learn Samoan, and difficult to even to get people to teach them. I've gotten a lot of comments from my students that either, and the biggest hindrance, I would say, is just being afraid of being made fun of. And that's kind of messed up, right? And not even just, and there's a legitimate reason, right, for them to be afraid of being made fun of, because they have been made fun of at one point or another. So many comments from so many people. I had one person who commented and said, "Yeah, I tried to. I walked into my family and I said, "Oh, am I?" And they all just started laughing. And from that day on, I never spoke another word of Samoan, like to even try. And so that's sad to me. It's not only sad to me for just that instance, but it's sad to me that I know that occurs every day. And so, what we try to do with the classes is create an environment to where people feel safe to try. And it's sad that that has to be created, that we have to like do something like that but hey, that's just where we are. And we're happy to facilitate that environment. That and I tell them all the time that this is a judgment-free zone, right? This is the Planet Fitness of language class. So this is where you can come and you can try. The Samoan word for try is taumawhai. Matamawhai, try and try, and not be afraid and there's zero tolerance, right, for making fun of other people, because we're all here to learn. And the great thing is that environment has been encouraged, and also been what's my favorite Samoan word? Favorite Samoan word? Man, you know what, I think it would be taumawhai. Taumawhai. And taumawhai means to try, because taumawhai malosi, right? Try hard, right? Try.
What's the word for do it?
Do it. Fight le mea, right? And that's funny because taumawhai, right, is the root word is fight, to do. Yeah. So just na'o fight, na'o fight, like that's like, I guess you could say that's the Nike just to do it.
What is it?
Just do na'o fight, like just do. So
You should play a song.
play a song.
Yeah.
You want to hear a song? Is there a certain song you want to hear, dear?
Any song.
Okay. This is a popular one. I have to think of Okay. All right. Here we go. We're gonna do a Samoan song. Pese Samoa. Pese is the Samoan word for song, and join in, because this is one of my favorite songs, because it's like it encourages audience participation. And if you know, right? And it goes something like this. I'm working on the disclaimer, this is not my instrument, it's just so you guys know. So I'm a piano player, so this is just. Tell fa Samoa, e sulule siapo, e ma eu le manaya, ia la upenina mala upa ama wamalio, sawia wo le to e failoto, ole ase ole uva. E la furia le taula I whanua o leva le po. Fatalaya, Ia Fatalatala, Amai Sitala, Maile Walese, Eu for I Mai, Lau Malanga, Saita Amilo Ia Samoa. And if you guys did if you did the echo, right, then you know, right, and I appreciate it. So hopefully you guys are jamming along. It's that's one of those audience participation songs, like man, it's classic. Like and the Ini, right, and hopefully there were some of you who are out there as soon as you heard. Chee-hoo, right? Oh, Talo Falava? Shaka bra. Yeah. So hopefully, somebody was out there singing along, and as soon as they heard, lava, Tell fa Samoa, sulule siapo, emma ule manaya, ula upenina, ula upa ana, wamalio. So every time you hear that part, the great thing is, if you don't know the words, like, all you have to do is just repeat the last thing you heard at that part, and you can be a part of the Pesa Samoa, right? So that's one of my favorites, because of the call and call back. I guess that's what you call it, right? Yeah, the call and the call back. So that's one of the great things, about music is the songs are a great way to at least become familiar with the language, and then learning, even the different vocabulary that's in there, and that's a great help. And then having the music to be able to remember it is a powerful tool, and if you're familiar with, there's an actual song that goes over some phrases and words, and it's now I don't even know the name of it, but I guess you just call it the Savali Vali song. Savali Vali means to walk, right? Well, Savali means to walk, but Savali Vali also means to walk. Just and it's Savali Vali means go for a walk. So that's how it starts, and then we're gonna do that one. We're gonna do that one together, right, dear? So I'm waiting to do that song live with my Lorianne. That's my wife. So my spouse, all right? And then Ola'u Ava. So see the difference there, dear? So that's one thing about. So here we go. A little mini lesson about the Samoan language. Like possessives, like when I say my spouse, that falls under what we call an all class object, or I hate to say object, or an all class thing, right? So you say spouse, you say olo'u to'olua, right? But if you say my wife or my husband, that falls under the a class, and you say ola'u, or ola'u ava, or ola'u tane, right? So it's like it's weird, and these we learn things like that, like different the different classes. That I feel like that's the one. That one is a lifelong sort of thing. That and plural verbs. So having plural verbs is a is having like there's some verbs that you actually have to change the verb, like the action word, right, to do, like to walk, right. So like I walk, it means o savali, right, o savali. And then if you say like multiple people walk, you would say like they, or lato, lato. So o is me, I, and then lato is them, and then you would say or lato savavali, so they walk. So that's things like that that you just that we go over, and we today we in in a mini lesson that we'll have is this. So you can see the ah. So in the Samoan language, the vowels, the names of the vowels are actually how you sound them out. So just like in English, they are A, E, I, O, U, but the names of them in Samoan are the pure sounds of them. A, E, I, O, U, right? That's the part that's pretty simple, because when you see a vowel, you'll just know that it's always gonna be that sound. Ah is gonna be ah, like the A is always gonna be ah. Unlike in the English language, you see an A and it could be in the word bad, it's ah, right? Or in the word what, it's right? Or so you see these different vowels in different situations in the English language, and they could sound differently. But in the Samoan language, the nice thing is, you see it, it's always going to be that pure sound. So this is lo'u, lo'u, and la'u, right? And that's what I mean between the O class and the A class possessives. So you have so'u, sa'u. And the difference between the L's here and the S's is, like, when you say mine, like that's what this lo'u, la'u, like my whatever. Like if you want to say my car, you say la'u, and the word for car is ta'avale, right? So la'u ta'avale, car is a possession.
Can't
So
see you. 'Cause
oh, dang it.
you're all the way off.
Oh, dang it. So I was explaining a board that no one could see. All right, how about that?
It's frozen.
Oh boy. All right. Anyways.
There you go.
All right. So
I
my
want to see
bad.
your face, though.
What?
I want to see your face.
How about
Better.
that?
There we go. That's more like
Is that better? Okay. All right. So you can see the board and me. All right then. So man, where do I begin again? The ah. So the vowels, right? And I feel like writing this on another board. Here's the vowels, right? Ooh, I'm writing left-handed, so don't judge my handwriting here. You have oh man, this is terrible. E, O, ooh. Okay, so your vowels, right, are going to be here. Dun, 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 dun. Like a 3-year-old just wrote it, right? But there you go. There's your vowels, and how you would say them is how you'd sound them out. Is a, I, O, U, and they're always gonna be that. That's the simple part of the language. Wouldn't you say, dear?
what?
That's simple, right? This is just a, I, O, U, and no matter where you see that in a word, you pronounce these vowels that way. A, I, O, U. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
So, like, no matter how it's whatever used, unlike in the English language, you see an A somewhere, and like in the word bad, right? It's bad. But you see an A in the word what, it's what, You see it in lazy, and all of a sudden it's A. So many different ways to say the vowels in the English language, but in Samoan, they're man, and I felt my lisp come out just now. The English language, that was really weird. But the so here I was talking about possessive pronouns, meaning like mine or yours or his or hers or its, right? So that's what these are, and these are for different things. Whether my, and how I was explaining is like when I say the O class is here, right? Lo'u and so'u for mine, right? And then you have the A class for la'u and sa'u for mine as well. But they're for different objects. So like property of or things you have, like I liked the things you have authority over, right? Like a car, or a book, pencil, objects, those things, inanimate objects, I guess. But the crazy thing is, there's so many exceptions to the rule. But just remember that for now. So if you say like my car, right, or la'u ta'avale, right, or la'u ta'avale, and o is something that we put in front of a noun or a noun phrase, basically that puts it into existence. So even though la'u ta'avale means my car, if you don't say o la'u ta'avale, o, then it just doesn't make sense. So that's another like nuance to the Samoan language when we talk about nouns or whatever. And if you ever hear like some people like speaking English and Samoan, putting them together, like you'll hear them put that o in front of things in English, like oh hey ole car, ole shovel, you know what I mean? So they put that o in front of it, or la'u car, meaning like my car, right? So the o is gonna be there. So when I say o la'u ta'avale, that's saying my car. Now you wouldn't say o lo'u ta'avale, because o lo'u is a different class. It's more personal things, like your feelings, like your or even relationships, right? But then again, there's exceptions to those things. So those are the type of things like I said earlier. I was talking about Lori, my wife. When I say my spouse, or lo'u to'olua, that's my spouse, right? Lo'u, that falls in the O class. Makes sense, right? Relationship, we're spouse, right? But if I say my wife and not spouse, my wife, it falls in the A class, or la'u ava, and it's weird, I know, but that's just what it is. And here's the crazy part, like I've even heard, saying like the A class is things you have authority over, right? So hell no, would I ever say I have authority over my wife, right? But here's the funny part. My husband is also la'u, or la'u tane, right? And like I'll go with that. Like, yeah, she has authority over me. I'll give her that. So that's some of the weird nuances between the O and the A class. And another way that I've also heard it explained is like things that you don't have a choice about in relationships, like a child talking about their mother or their father, like they didn't have a choice, like they were born to that, and like so it's like o lo'u tama, that's my dad, o lo'u tina. That's my mom. Lo'u o. But when parents are talking about their kids, it's like they had a choice, right? They had a choice in having kids, so they fall in the A class, and also they have authority over their kids. That's the other way I'd look at it, right? So I'd say o la'u, right? O la'u tamaiti, o la'u whanau, right? But here's the crazy part. So that's whanau is children, tamaiti is like kids. Um, so it's like that falls on the A class, right? But the weird thing is too is if you say a man's son, like me, a man talking about my son, I say olo'u atali'i, meaning like my son. But a woman talking about her son is ola'u tama. So I don't know. That's just that's just that's just how it is. I don't even know how to explain that one. Can you think of any way to explain that one, dear? so there, those kind of things, like going into detail, going from the basics, all the way to sentence structure, all the way to verb tenses, all the way to things like that. So those are things we go over in class, and so that's what we do here, right? We try to educate on the Samoan language and the Samoan culture, pass it along, and we appreciate all the support and all of the all of the comments, and so they that's what we do. I just want to get on and just let you guys know how we're doing that and how we're trying to push the culture forward and allow people to connect to the roots. Like I said, a lot of the comments that we get and a lot of the feedback from students and even just people, viewers or whatever, letting us know that there's the classes. So I don't know if we have a link here, but we have a 1 hour class every week, and you can secure that class seat in the yeah. I'm the lucky one. Whoever said my wife is so lucky, yeah, I'm the lucky one. Don't you forget it, right? So no. So the class it's 1 hour a week, and so you can join the class and get that seat, and through. I don't even know. Maybe we should post a link, something there, on there. Man, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Francis. Man, thank you. And for those of you who don't know, there's no equivalent to you're welcome in the Samoan language. So if someone tells you "fafitai," then the equivalent to your welcome is thank you also. Fafitai Forty Francis. And so, man, those are kind words, and yeah, that's I'm so glad you could join us, and I appreciate the support. And so the class is one. These my Ria, like my wife thinks so too. So right, dear. Say it. Say it. Let them know you think it too. And that's all that matters. Doesn't matter what you say.
No, it doesn't.
But so the classes are one hour a week, and we have multiple classes that you could join, and it's $40 a month. That's like 15, not even 15. That's 12 cents a day, something like that, right? 13 cents a day, something like that. So So you can sign up. We'll post a link or something. So we'll post a link or something about the classes and some or if you just you can actually is there a message inbox here or
I
something?
don't know. Probably.
You
I
comment.
think they can comment on just
Yeah,
post.
comment on the post. Comment your email, and we'll start there, and then we'll email you the link. We'll email you the the like where you can go to purchase that. So, gosh, the so again, you will email us, give us your email, and then we will the so and so one of us, actually both of us, we both will reply, and we'll coordinate with you. We'll let you know the most streamlined way is to go to the Midwestern Samoan store, and there's a something that you can purchase that, and it'll automatically send you an email with the first lesson slides, and then when you input your email in there and also your phone number, that makes it easier for us to communicate, and we'll get you registered in the classes, and then that's the Falafel Uso Manuela also brother from Pango Pango. Man, Pango Pango, all the way from Pango Pango. Hey, you get. So I'm not really a uke player. I'm a piano player. But that's my ingi for you in Pango Pango. Man, Talo Falava. Man, welcome. So the again that's the way the classes work. That's our way of contributing to the cause, to especially those like, and I'm not sure where I read the statistic, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I just made it up. But I'm pretty sure that I'm pretty sure that the there's more Samoans outside of Samoa than those that live in Samoa. So a resource for anyone who lives outside of Samoa is hard to find, and it's even hard for people who are born and raised outside of Samoa, even when they grow up in a Samoan speaking household and things like that. It's not always easy, because it's just in Samoa you have classes to learn Samoan in school, right? In the United States, we don't have that. So the only way we're able to learn, if we don't put in the studying ourselves, is by listening, and listening to most of the time listening to the ka form, which only gives us like a fraction of the language, and so just and then when we learn just in that way only, without having some formal way to learn it, it's it's difficult to have the confidence to speak it, because you it's like you feel like you know it, but then there's that sort of thing behind it. It's like, well, I didn't really learn it formally, and so we're trying to give that confidence through like the formal, the speech patterns and the grammatically correct things, and so yeah. See, so there's a lot of people who are like half Samoan, and that, or whatever part Samoan, or even like full blood Samoan, who live outside of Samoa, and like not having the resources to 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 really learn it in depth. And so we're here learning ourselves, and so we can all learn together. So that's the way that that we've been doing it, and be able to provide that resource for everyone through the classes. And so, like I said, we'll post somewhere the link, or if you guys message your email, then we'll get back to you and send you the link on that. The oh, so there's we try to limit the class to like 10 to 15, so that it could so everyone has the opportunity to practice, and to ask questions, and not feel so intimidated by too many people in the class. And the great thing, like what I really really love about the class, is that everyone that's there is there for, like, man, what's the word, for honorable reasons, dear, or like good, they're in good spirit, or good, I don't know, I can't think of, or like positive, just positivity. um yeah, no, like this, like, so if you come to the class, and if you're nervous about speaking in front of other people, that's fine. Like, you can come and listen. People learn that way, and hopefully you can get a feel for everyone that's in there. Like I said, like there's no judgment here. I don't allow, people making fun of others, because that's sort of a toxic um, trait of the culture. And so the um, the so we try to eliminate that, and we do a pretty good job of that. Everyone understands that we're all here to learn, and we're all here to encourage one another in our learning. And so it's like, man, the best one, is when people come in, they're like, man, I'm so glad I'm here, and they'll like pull up the books that they have, things like that, and that shows us that, like, man, like like you're here to learn, and like you really have, a positive mentality about this, and so, like, remember that, dear?
What?
Whenever, we have students who like, man, I have this book and I have that book. That's like, that like lets us know that, man, you're serious about this, and we love seeing that. We love, seeing that people are serious about it, and like getting people together that are all, there to just learn, and take out the judgment. The it's it's a great, it's just a great environment, and people feed off each other, and the energy is great, and so we're just excited. Like, every time we have class, it's it's just a good spirits, right? And I say good spirit because, the the we get we get we like education. Education is, like, education is our, like, like, so Lori, my Lorianne, my love, she's a university professor, and I've been teaching, piano and voice lessons for 20 years now, just about, and the just being the the what? So right now we're really just pushing the classes, and so the class format is, really the format that's where you're gonna have the best opportunity to learn, and that's where we're, able to, spend more efficient time to do those lessons. That way, it gets, like, two birds with one stone, right? Be it feeding, right there. Wouldn't you
Yeah.
say? It's just more efficient. So it's hard to do the one on ones, because just for time factor. So the classes is your best bet. Like I said, email us, and we'll email you the details, and we'll give you the link to go, be able to purchase that, and then once you do that, then we'll get you coordinated into a class. So, like I said, it's a great, Midwestern Samoan, right? And and so the we we are the Midwestern Samoan team. That's all I can say there. And the what was I going to say? The classes right now are just weekend classes, so they're like we found that weekend is the like seems to work the best. Wouldn't you say, dear? Like we try to do the weekdays. It's just and you know what? Maybe we will add weekdays in the future. I feel like we will. It's gonna happen because the weekend classes are filling up and so we are. It only makes sense to find weekday options. But then you have time zones and you have time zone issues and things like that. So but that's an amazing problem to have because like when you have a student in Hawaii and a student in Washington and a student in Virginia and we're all in New Hampshire and then coming together in this one place, it's like it's just I don't even know how to say it. Like it's like an amazing time. It's an amazing time that we live in to be able to connect like from all these places in the world and like come together and with the same goals. And when you have that, people coming together with the same goals and the same like honorable, honorable is the best word I can think of. And so the like it's like just a positive just it's a lot of positivity. So again, that's just want to get on. This is our first live of many, and we're just happy that y'all can join us. And so that's all. So we again thank you so much for the support. Thank you for like all of your so for all the comments and again hopefully you guys can join the class and we'll see you guys later. Say bye, dear.